I was told this. I went to I went to a lunch with a really great Christian man, and I was asking business advice because this guy's wildly successful. Like, whatever you think, triple it, right? He's successful. And he was telling me, he was looking me square in the face, and he's like, why do you think, like, why are you doing this business? And I'm like, I don't know, like, I'm all nervous and everything like that. And he's like, God doesn't need you. God can do whatever he wants. God can, like, if God wanted to take away your business but give you manna every day in front of your house, he could do that, right? And it was like such an eye-awakening moment where, like, I had this big burden on my shoulders that I was like, oh, I gotta, like, save jobs, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta be an evangelist, like, for God, rather than, well, wait a second, he doesn't need me.
Yeah.
He doesn't need me. Like, he's doing this for me. You know what I mean? Like, he's literally connecting me to him for me. He doesn't need it, right? Like, he exists whether I exist or not. And so, like, that's like a big realization, going back to the ego piece, where it's like, it's very much like, oh, okay, I'm here to help others. That's all. That's the only reason why I'm here. That's it. And it's not to, like, save other people. It's not to do anything other than to, like, glorify God through loving him and loving other people more than I love myself, right? And I think that's where, and I'm not saying I'm good at that. I'm just saying, like, oh, yeah, the Bible says that, and that's what transcendence will look like, right? Where you, like, meet people. You guys have probably met people like that in your life where you're like, dang, how is that person just, like, holy, dude? Like, you just kind of want to be that person, It's like, they're just happy all the time. They're just good. They're just helping. They're totally, like, abundant mindset, abundant life. And you're like, why do I hate them a little? You know what I mean? You're like, oh, wait a second. Yeah. And so I think that's, like, what's so interesting is you get into that space where it always comes back to you. And I think, like, being human is just a part of that process, right?
Sure.
Of just, like, as you grow older in wisdom, you're like, oh yeah, it's not about me. That's right. It's not about me. You, like, wake up every day, remind yourself it's not about you,
Yeah.
But, like, for me, that's,
But it's difficult because you're you.
Because you're you. Yeah.
Because you have your voice in your
bizarre.
head. Like,
You are really all you know.
How do you disconnect from yourself?
Yeah.
It's such a, it's a philosophical question that's plagued people for millennia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?